Probably should send this code to Rob. Nine 6 8 4 8 0. 96848. There he is.
All right, guys, we're just going to give another minute or so if anybody else is going to show up. We're going to jump into a quick warm-up and then go over the workout for today, and then we have a little finisher at the end. So.
Hey, Rob.
Hey, Alita, do you have two cameras going?
Yeah.
Okay.
The only way I can get sound.
All right. I'm going to give it one more minute or so, guys. And then once we do that, click my screen. So that's the big main one. And mute yourself, which I think most of you guys are already muted anyways. A couple of you guys aren't on, your camera's not on. If you want to turn that on, you're going to get a little bit more feedback. If not, maybe you don't have the capability. That's also cool.
Rob, sorry, I know we need dumbbells, but do we have weights and stuff?
So what do you mean? Like different weights?
Yeah, like I only have 2 dumbbells, one for me, one for Mike. Is that going to be okay?
That'll be fine. We'll talk a little bit about the modifications are going to be slightly different on this than the other one because the weights obviously change things. So if you have super, super light dumbbells or super, super heavy dumbbells, we're going to modify it. But everything today can be done with a single dumbbell.
Great.
And actually, I'm using a kettlebell, so it can also be done with that as well. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do for the warm-up here, I'm going to step back in a second and show you guys. We're just going to start with a little circuit to get warmed up. We're going to do a 3-minute AMRAP. So I'm just going to run the timer on my end. I'll kind of give you guys feedback as to where we're at. But we're going to do a 3-minute AMRAP of 5 push-ups. You can do the push-ups off your knees if you need to, but just 5 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 15 air squats. And this is not to go super, super hard on. We just want to start to like slowly get our heart rate warmed up. If you want to break it down a little bit more, you could do like the first minute and a half kind of at like a slow, steady pace, and then the next minute and a half a little bit quicker. We're just trying to get our heart rate up, get moving a little bit. So I'm going to take a step back. show you guys the demos of the movements. Can you guys still hear me if I'm back here? Yeah? Okay. So first one we have is the push-up. We want to be hands underneath the shoulder, keeping our shoulders back, down, and up. Second one we've got sit-ups. So butterfly sit-up, touching the ground behind you, touching your toes, and then just your standard air squat, below parallel, all the way back up to full extension, back down, all the way up. Is everybody clear with those movements? If you're not, let me know. Put your hand up. If you are, we're good to go. All right. Oops, that's the wrong one. So we're going to start in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, guys, nice job. Slow and steady at the beginning. It's not a race. You want to be just getting your shoulders activated, getting your legs warmed up, getting that core engaged. We're still super early here. We're looking for something in probably around the three rounds mark. If you guys are looking for an idea of the speed we're going at, Sandra is still doing sit-ups. So if you're like racing through air squats already, you're probably going a little too hard. If you're still on push-ups, you might need to modify again, but it looks good to everybody so far.
Can you just repeat the numbers, please?
5, 10, 15.
Okay, super, thanks.
Yeah, 5 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 15 air squats. We're going for 3 minutes. We're just coming up on the 1 minute mark now. Nice, those calves are looking a little bit bigger there, Piero. Man, we got a couple guys doing this outside, eh? That's looks a little chilly. Coming up on the halfway point now. So if you decide you want to go a little bit quicker than this, you can pick it up a tiny bit. We're a minute and a half in. We've got a minute and a half of this to go. Keep hitting those full range of motions though. Keep that core tight on the sit-ups. Okay, keep that chest up a little bit, Sandra. Just to warm up, we're not racing yet. And we've got about 50 seconds left of this, okay, guys? Tim, try and keep your neck a little bit straighter. You're rounding your neck on those sit-ups. Try and just keep your shoulders a little bit straight, your neck upright. Good, that's a lot better, buddy. Good, in the last 20 seconds, we're just gonna kind of keep moving. Again, we're just trying to get a little bit sweaty, get the heart rate a little bit up, just so we can move through this workout. Two, 1, and rest, guys. Okay, so for today's workout, what we're looking for, if you guys have done the open for the last few years, this one is kind of a modification of what was 17.1. So I think this was a while back. It was that workout was burpee box jump overs and dumbbell snatches. This one's going to be a little different. One main difference is in the open, it started at the small sets and got bigger. So it was 10 reps, 20 reps, 30 reps, 40 reps, 50 reps. Today we're going the opposite. So we're starting at 50 reps of the dumbbell snatch and we're going down to 10. So the upside is you get the big, really big, like tough sets out of the way early on. And then the burpee box jump that we did in the open is now being changed to a burpee over a dumbbell or over a kettlebell if that's what you guys have. I think like what we used for the RX was 50-35 back at the time. Obviously, everybody's got kind of their own weights at home right now, and you're gonna have to use what they're gonna use. For the dumbbell snatch, that's the main movement in this one. We're gonna be doing a ton of reps. It's like 150 reps if you finish. What we're looking for is from the ground all the way up overhead. I'm gonna demo that movement for you guys, and then I'm gonna show a few different modifications. We still can change it based on if you have any scaling issues, but just because of the setting, I'm gonna show you guys what we're gonna do, and then I'm gonna show you guys one scaling modification. And if that doesn't work for you, then you guys are gonna ask the questions, all right? So first movement we got is the dumbbell snatch. I'm gonna demo this all with a kettlebell, so it's a little bit different, but the same general stimulus, okay? Okay, so what we want to start with. Can you guys all hear me? Thumbs up if you can still hear. Good. All right. So we're starting with the kettlebell or dumbbell between our legs. We want our feet straight forward. We're going to hinge over to getting to that point. So what that looks like, from here, I'm going to slightly like just unlock my knees, push my hips and my butt back, keeping my back nice and flat till I'm able to touch the kettlebell or dumbbell. From here, I'm going to pull that up, driving through the hips and then punching out aggressively at the top. For most people, this is not going to be a redip. It's just going to be a muscle snatch. I know I'm going to kind of cutting myself off a little bit here. I'm sort of limited on how big my living room is. But what it looks like from here, straight up overhead. You're going to be bringing it back down, switching on the way down, touching the ground, and up on the other side. So if you have the availability with the dumbbell rather, we're alternating reps every single time we go, and we're going all the way down if we're using the dumbbell. For the dumbbell position, if your feet are straight forward, you want that dumbbell lined up right between your legs, and you want it right underneath your hips. We don't want it way out in front. We don't want to be reaching like this. We want it to be nice right underneath here. Drive up, punch. At the top of this movement, you were just punching out aggressively. So we want to be, instead of doing this, we want to be driving up, punch out strong, finish, bring it back down, switch on the other side, go back up. The second movement we have is burpee over the kettlebell or over the dumbbell. So you're going to be straddling the kettlebell or dumbbell, standing on one side. You're going to drop down to your chest and hips are on the ground at the same time. Hop back up, laterally jump over the kettlebell, back down the other side, up and over. Every time you go over the dumbbell counts as one rep. So we're doing the dumbbell between each set, we're doing 15 reps. So I'm going to read out to you guys the rep scheme on this one. It is 50 dumbbell snatches, alternating, 15 burpee over dumbbell, 40 dumbbell snatches, 15 burpee over dumbbell, 30, 15, 20, 15, 10, 15. You're always alternating back and forth between just those two movements. And we have a 15-minute hard time cap on that. The hard time cap means if you have 3 burpees to go, you're still done. Treat it like it's an open style workout. It's a 15-minute AMRAP. If you don't finish, you don't get credit for anything that happens after the 15-minute mark. So don't like rest because like, oh, I'm going to pace it out to finish at 15:50. You're done at 15 minutes. Everybody's going to be finishing at that time. As far as the rep schemes go, if you guys have a really weird kettlebell or dumbbell weight that you think sounds really low or really high, let me know. But if not, yeah, I'll type the rep scheme into the chat. Good idea. If you guys have any weird weights or anything else, let me know and I will give you guys some modifications.
Hey, Rob.
Who do we got
Sorry,
talking?
Elita. We have
hey.
really low ceilings, so the dumbbell snatch won't work for us.
Okay, how heavy are your dumbbells?
Mike has 35 and I have 25.
Okay, I think just go to a dumbbell clean, but make sure you're getting your elbow up nice and high each time. So don't let it just to go to here. Like I don't want it to here, I want it like that. So it's the same standard as a clean with a barbell where your elbow has to get in front of the bar. Okay?
Okay.
You're gonna keep the same rep scheme. You're gonna alternate reps the exact same way. It's gonna have a very similar stimulus. The only main change is gonna be that your shoulders are probably gonna burn a little bit less between the burpees and your hamstrings are gonna burn a little bit more because that cycle speed is gonna be even faster.
Okay. Thank you.
Just leaning on his shoulder.
Does anybody else have any questions, concerns, anything like that? All right. Okay, so I think we're gonna start about.
Sorry.
No worries.
You
You're
said
on two
dumbbell
screens, so
clean?
it's weird to see. Say again?
Did you say dumbbell clean?
Yeah.
So we're still gonna hit the ceiling.
With the clean? You're not jerking it. What's up, Alita? Alita, you still hear me there or what?
I hear you now.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all.
Are you good with the clean?
I'm okay with the clean. Mike won't be. He'll hit the ceiling.
How low is your ceiling?
Low.
But he's
That's-
standing
yeah.
like this.
Like,
But that's a jerk, Mike. The clean just goes to your shoulder.
Exactly.
Oh,
That's
okay,
what I was
sorry.
trying to tell you.
all right.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, you guys aren't crouching down, so it's definitely got enough room in there.
All right. Okay, fine. Thanks. Sorry, guys.
Not a problem. All right, Steve posted the all the stuff up there. I'm gonna run a clock for you guys. I'm gonna yell at you guys as we go. If you guys have a clock and you're used to doing that, it might be good for you to just set one. But if not, I'm gonna keep you guys posted. I'll tell you every minute. I'll keep yelling at you guys to go faster or slower, whatever you need to do. For this one, it starts out with the big reps. You are not gonna win or lose this workout on the 50 snatches. Once you get to the 40 snatches, dig into a pace, all right, guys? And again, this is a 15-minute cap. I think a lot of people are probably gonna run into that based on how heavy the weight is for you. All right, we're gonna start in 10 seconds. 5 seconds, starting with the snatches. 3, 2, 1, go. Nice. Good. Push your knees back a bit more, Jason. Get your hamstrings engaged. Keep your butt a tiny bit higher, Jason. It's a little bit better there, yeah. Ivana, the same thing. I want you to push your knees and hips back a bit more. Get your hamstrings engaged. Think of it more as a deadlift. There you go, yeah. You want to use that tension, guys. Keep the tension in your low body the whole time. You don't want to be engaging and unengaging at the ground. Keep the tension in the hamstrings, in the glutes, and then squeeze your butt through each rep. Nice, Sandra. Just full-on savage pace right out of the gates. I'm pretty confident Sandra's going to do 50 unbroken. I don't know if I recommend that for everybody else. And then we just have a really great shot of Piero's calves here. We're 1 minute in, guys. Yeah, Ivana, that's so much better than before. Great job. Just keep that back nice and flat. Pretty much everywhere. There's a few people who aren't really in the screen. Keep your shoulder blades pinched together behind you. Keep a nice flat back. We're really early into this workout. You want to move with really, really good form the whole time. It's going to pay off later, I promise you. Oh, Sandra's into the burpees already. Got Ivana into the burpees. Piero's doing some burpees. Who else we got here? When you finish your first set of 50, you are 33% of the way done the dumbbell snatches. So you take off a huge chunk right at the beginning. Once you get through the second set of 40, you are really far through the snatches. Then it becomes more of a burpee workout. Again, guys, we're doing 15 burpees here. Just try and keep that hop as little as you need to get over it each time. Rose, really punch out with that kettlebell. It's a little bit more awkward. You want to punch up fast. If you're slow, it's going to hit you in the back of the wrist. If you're fast and snappy with it, it's going to pop right into place. Nice job. We got Jason onto the burpees as well. Yeah, we got a few people doing burpees now. I don't know if that's Andrea Rose or Andrea and Rose doing that there, but you guys are both crushing it. Nice. Sandra is back on the dumbbell snatches. Oh, Piero's staying with her though. Great job, Piero. Nice, Rose. Just drop, hop back up. We're just over 3 minutes in. Once you get through this big set of the 40 snatches, this is kind of the biggest, toughest mental part of it. So you just got to get through these, and then it's all downhill from there. There's a total of 150 reps of the dumbbell snatch of this one. When you finish the 40s, you are 90 reps through. So when you look at it like that, it's a lot mentally easier to handle. Keep moving, Dan. Keep moving, buddy. Again, keep those hamstrings really, really engaged the whole time. Keep your back flat. You don't want your low back blowing up too much on you on this one. It's gonna get a little bit tough, but if you can load up your hamstrings, load up your glutes, it's gonna make this a whole lot more fun, and it's gonna make your back feel a whole lot better tomorrow. Great movement, Mike. Just keep doing that same thing. Drop those hips and knees back, use that tension, and then just snap your hips up each time. The more aggressive you can be with that hip pop, the easier it's going to be, the higher it's going to fly up. Let's get back into it, Alita. Nice, Tim. Just find a pace. On the burpees, guys, it doesn't really matter how fast you go. The goal is just continuous movement. If you could just do those 15 reps unbroken every time, you're going to be way ahead of the game. We're coming up on the 5-minute mark here. We're 4:40 in. We've got 10 more minutes till that time cap. Come on, Tim, it's 15 minutes. You don't need a water break, buddy. Let's go. Nice. Piero's actually staying pretty close to Sandra on this one. This is a good Piero workout. He's probably about 10 pounds lighter than she is on the dumbbell, but still good. See who's going to be the first one off that second set of burpees. Ivana is just staying right with you guys too, like right in those burpees. I think we've got 3 people on the second set of burpees so far, if I'm correct here. Let's go, Jason, quick break, and then back on it, man. Good. Okay, so we're just coming up on the 6-minute mark now. You guys are doing awesome. We got Sandra crushing it. She's on that set of 30 dumbbell snatches. Piero's right behind her. Ivana's on the second set of 30 snatches, also crushing it, doing great. You're right on Sandra's heels here. Let's go, Tim. Get back into it, buddy. Nice. Push those knees back on the way down. Keep the tension. This should not be a quad dominant workout. This should be a hamstring and glute workout. Who else we got here? Graham, keep those shoulders back, buddy. Keep your back nice and flat. Stay strong. You want to keep that really good position. When you do a lot of good work at the beginning, it's going to pay off later. It's a little bit more work to keep good technique at the beginning, but it gets easier, or it's going to pay off later on when your form's still really solid. And the more upright you can keep your chest, the better open your airways are going to stay, so you're going to breathe a lot better at the end. Nice, Piero. Just keep grinding, buddy. Oh, I think Ivana passed Sandra. She's back on the burpees. Sandra's putting the dumbbell down. Come on, Sandra. We're just over the 7-minute mark, Let's go, Rose, back into those burpees. Jason's in the burpees. Not sure exactly where everybody else is. We've got Tim's back in the snatches. Oh, that's the time. We are at exactly the halfway point in a couple of seconds. So we're 7:30 in. We've got 7:30 to go. A few of you guys are going to crush that time cap. Ivana, you got to keep that pressure on. You're ahead of Sandra, but she's going to want it. She's going to try and chase you down on these. Piero's not out of this either. He's back on those burpees. Rose crushing it as well. Once you get to this point, guys, I like to put a little timer in your head of how long each break can be. If you should be able to keep every break under 10 seconds. So you could take little breaks. That's totally fine. Obviously, not everyone's going to go unbroken on this. Hold yourself accountable on the breaks. You want to keep, if it's either short sets, short rest, or long sets, longer rest. We just don't want to get to the short sets, long rest. That's the one we always want to avoid. We got the outdoor team still crushing it out there. Keep moving there, guys. This will keep you warm outside. Come on, Mike. Stay with it, buddy. Oh, we've got Sandra and Ivana both on the snatches. Oh, Ivana's going back onto the burpees again. Piero's still grinding through those burpees, buddy. Just start, jump over, drop. There you go. Right into it. All right, guys, we're 9 minutes in. We have just under 6 minutes to go to the time cap. A few of you guys are well on pace to beat it. When you get to those rounds of 20 and 10, you got to start to really pick up the pace here. The dumbbell snatches are going to get short. It's going to become very much a burpee workout near the end. What do we got here? Let's go, Dan. Just keep on moving, buddy. Drop, hop back up. Keep that rhythm simple. You don't want to be going fast and then slow, fast and slow. Just find a pace that you can stick with and just keep moving through it, guys. Keep moving through it. Almost at the 10-minute mark. Graham, use those hips on the way up. Really snap those hips up, squeeze your butt, punch it up aggressively. More aggressive in the movement's going to make it a little bit less aggressive on your heart rate. Nice. There's Jason back onto those burpees. Just jump over, drop back down. Jump over, drop back down. We got to have a couple of these ladies getting really close to the end now. We got Ivana back on the dumbbell snatches. I think she's on the round of 10. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure she's on 10. Sandra's taking a few too many seconds looking at that dumbbell. Come on, Sandra, pick it up. Let's go. Do you want it or what? There she goes in that full reckless pace at the end. Head down, grinding hard. When you guys finish these, it does end with those 15 burpees. Come on, Ivana, let's go. Get right into it. Drop and go. You're going to have a 1 or 2 rep lead on Sandra. She's going to be coming flying after you, though. There's 2 reps. Over 3 rep lead on her. Come on, Sandra. Can you make that up? You are 3.5 reps behind. Piero right in the mix, too, here. We're coming up on the 11-minute mark, guys. We've got 4 more minutes till that time cap. Now it's, I know you guys are breathing hard. This is where you got to focus. Keep those shoulders back. Keep your chest upright. We don't want to cave in. We don't want to get our backs rounded. We want to keep everything nice and flat. Use the hamstrings. Use the glutes as much as you possibly can. Don't use your quads. We're going to have a sprint to the finish here between Ivana and Sandra. Sandra's going hard. She's trying to make up that ground that she gave up earlier on. I think Piero's on his last set of snatches here as well. I've lost Alita in the camera, but Mike's still going strong. Snapping those out. Hips back. And again, guys, just hard. It looks like Ivana just finished and Sandra finished. I had a glitch at exactly that second. I don't know who took it there. When you guys finish, if you guys could see the clock when you finished, if you either have your clock going or you're just using this one, type in your time on the little group chat thing. You guys are having exactly what I thought would happen. Laying down pretty beat up. Come on, I think Piero's in his last set of burpees. Come on, Piero, let's go, buddy. Let's go. You got to grind these out. For everybody else, we've got 2.5 minutes left here. 2.5 minutes. Come on, Tim, let's clean up that transition a little bit. Push those knees back. Get the hamstrings engaged, buddy. Come on. And we've got the Team Wilderness crushing it still. Really snap those hips on the way up, guys. Come on, Jason. Keep that burpee motion. Keep that burpee motion. Try not to get to it. There you go. Yeah, way better. We're down to the last, basically the last 2 minutes, guys. So if you're on burpees, this is probably the last set of burpees. If you're near the end, really push hard. Piero, just finish it up, man. Great job, buddy. I basically just saw your legs the whole time, but, you know, they're nice legs. No, Sanders actually using a 7-pound dumbbell, so you're good. We've got 90 seconds left for everybody that's still going. 90 seconds to go. Come on, Rose. Stop just stay there. You got it. You got this, dude. Punch out aggressively. Use that kettlebell to the proper form. Snap, like punch up hard at the top. It's going to make it way easier. All right, guys, we're coming up on that last minute. We're 13:52 in right now. We've got just over 1 minute to go. So if you know you're not going to finish, you still got to treat it like it's the last minute. You got to push really hard here and go right into that, right into that finish. Come on, Jason. Still going, Jason? There you go. All right, 45 seconds, guys. 45 seconds to go. All right, last 30 seconds. There. Crushing the dumbbell, Jason. That's way better. Nice job, man. Come on, Tim. We got 25 seconds to go here. Let's go, Mike. Sprint it out. Down and up, down and up. Well, still going. 15 seconds, guys. We got 15 seconds of that hard cap. Come on, Rose. Couple more reps. And 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Time. All right, guys. That was a great job. We do have another little finisher in a second, but while you guys are catching your breath, if you want to come off mute for a second, let me know how it went. If you guys are still trying to catch your breath, I understand that completely. How was that, Ivana?
It was tough. I think it's better to do the 50, 40, 30 and down as opposed to up.
Mentally,
Psychologically,
it's a lot easier, right?
Psychologically, it's a lot easier, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
The light dumbbells are rough, though, because you just have to go fast. Like, there's no excuses in it. You just have to sprint.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. If you guys want, post your time or your or how far in you got in the group. See where everybody did. How many people did we have finish? Was it 3? Kara, you finished, eh?
Yeah, I finished. You were messing me up when I thought you were saying Ivana, so I thought Ivana was ahead of me, so I didn't want to do it.
I'm pretty sure I actually said Ivano the first time, so that one was on me. And then I looked over, I was like, that doesn't look like Ivano at all. Going way too fast
Cool
on
that there's
burpees
somebody
to be
named
Ivano.
Ivano.
No, he's still in his second round of burpees. All right. Piero 13:02, Sandra 11:30, 7 burpees left.
Oh, she's continuing?
Alita, is that you or Mike? 20 dumbbell snatches plus.
Mike, how did you do it? Did you complete it?
Not completed, but I finished 5 of the last set of burpees.
All right, I think this is only supposed to be, if you guys have stuff to do, I think that it is normally written as like a 30-minute dumbbell class, but we do have another little finisher for you guys, but I do want to give you guys a few seconds rest, especially if you have like one heavy dumbbell. I don't want to like completely crush you guys. So I'm going to give you guys another like minute or two to catch your breath on this, and then it's just more of like a bodybuilding finisher. But if it's, you know, if you guys have something to do, I don't know what you guys would have to do. It doesn't seem like anyone has anything to do ever again, but if you do, you know, feel free to jump off, but we're going to be doing a Z press, delt raise kind of thing afterwards. Forward. Sandra, did you go unbroken on the snatches? Whole way? Atta girl. Did we lose Rose? Oh, there you are, Rose. Rose, how far did you get?
I was on the 20th of the snatch.
Yeah.
17 of them.
I was actually like, the one weird thing about this is like, I realized like a little bit in, for you, I might have had you do hang snatches because of the kettlebell. It's so hard to maintain tension.
It was heavy and it kept hitting my wrist.
How heavy is it?
It's a 12 kilogram.
12 kilo? Yeah. No, it's just like, it's the technique, and it's really tough to keep your hamstrings and glutes engaged as you go down. And I noticed you kind of disengaged every time.
I did.
But I figured like, at least you're getting that full body workout in. And since we're not using weights and stuff, like, you know, nobody's really squatting that much, you can put a little bit more pressure on your back, because you're not going to be front squatting heavy triples in the next couple of days for most people. Okay, so the next one we have is a 6-minute EMOM of, I'll type this into the thing actually. So we have a 6-minute EMOM of 8 to 12 dumbbell Z press, and 12 is that's minute 1, and then minute 2 is 12 front raise with the dumbbell or kettlebell that you're using. If you guys have one, I would suggest doing probably no more than 8 per arm on it, unless you have a super, super light dumbbell. But for most people, it's going to have to be scaled based on what they have. If you're, say, like you're a girl and you have only have a 35-pound dumbbell, it's not very likely you're going to be banging out a whole ton of strict press in one arm with a 35-pounder. If you have a 6-pound weight, it's obviously a little bit different. So you're going to have to scale it to the level of difficulty. This is it's just meant to be kind of a bodybuilding finisher. You shouldn't be going completely to failure. Type it out here. 6-minute. Oops. 8, 12. Z press. All right, so I posted in the, I think I accidentally sent it directly just to Ivana. My bad. Let me resend that really quickly. Okay, so this is what we're doing here. I just sent it into the group chat. I'm going to show you guys the 2 movements. But again, the rep schemes is going to be highly dependent on what weight that you guys have. So for the Z press, again, let me know if you guys can't hear me or if you can hear me. So you're going to be sitting down. If you can't see me, my legs are straight in front of me. I'm keeping my chest upright. I'm going to hold, if I have a dumbbell or if I have a kettlebell, I'm going to hold it just like this, up on my shoulder from here. If you have it in the kettlebell, you're going to go from your knuckles pointing at your chin, pressing straight up to full lockout and back down on each rep. And you're going to do, again, at least 8 per side. Bring it down a little bit if you need to because the weight's too heavy. If you have a dumbbell, it could just touch the top of your shoulder and press back up at the top. All right? Before we move on, does anybody have any questions on the Z press, or has everybody done that one before?
Isn't it just a seated shoulder press kind of, or is it different?
Yep, it's pretty much the same. The only difference is you're sitting with your feet straight forward in front of you.
Oh, okay.
If you need to, you can bring your, so if you, exactly. If your feet are straight forward, it forces you to be in a better position. If you need to, you can go from that position to bending your knees a little bit, but try and keep your knees straight. It's gonna, if you have really tight hamstrings, it might be a little bit more difficult, but that's the goal to get to. So is everybody good with that? Okay, and then we're gonna go into a front delt raise. Again, for this one, highly dependent on the weight that you guys have, but from here, we're gonna pull our shoulder blades back, and we're just gonna go from this position straight up and back down. Just like that. We wanna keep tension in our shoulders the whole time. So we're starting here, pull your shoulder blades back and down when you're holding it. Don't go to a resting position. We're gonna go up to basically just shoulder width. So we're at 90 degrees, back down just before you touch, and then back up. And for that one, we're gonna do 12 raises. If you have 2 light weights, you could do that, or if you have 1 heavier one, use both hands. It just kind of depends where you're at on the weights. If you have 1 lighter weight, you can do 1 at a time, but it's not a movement that you need to go super, super heavy on. So it's just trying to make sure your shoulders are back and down, and you're just using those delts, all right? Anybody have any questions on those or any scaling concerns or anything? Pierre, are you actually doing this one? Okay, good. You look a little comfortable.
I was resting.
I could tell. I thought you were gonna have a beer in a second or something. All right, so we're gonna start in about 10 seconds if everybody's good to go. So just everybody give me a thumbs up that you're ready to go. All right, so we're gonna start in 10 seconds. We're going, minute 1 is gonna be the Z press, minute 2, delt raise. 3, 2, 1, go. Good, who we got here? Graham, try and push your shoulders and your chest forward a little bit more and get yourself into a more upright position. Yeah, way better. I know you guys just did a crushing workout, so you really got to fight to maintain that solid position. We want to avoid leaning back too much. Again, same thing, Tim, keep your chest forward. We're about 40 seconds in, so you guys should be wrapping up by now the first one. Okay, 10 seconds and we're starting the front delt raise. Good. 3, 2, 1, go. Nice. Shoulders peeled back and down. Good. Try and keep it as strict as possible. We don't want to be like the bodybuilders at Good Life. We want to be really, really strict with it, really gaining as much strength as we can. If that weight gets super, Tim, try and keep that body flat, core tight. Your only thing that's moving is your arms, right? Good, we are 40 seconds in, so hopefully you guys are wrapping it up. You should have at least 20 seconds to rest basically every round. We have 4 more rounds, 2 more of each. Sitting back down. Sometimes the second round of this is a little bit better, especially on the hamstrings. We're gonna have to do some hamstring stretching after this for sure, after what we just did. Ready, and go. Back to the Z press. Good. Rose, lean forward a tiny bit. Keep your chest upright a little bit more. There you go, yeah. You wanna be straight up and down. Piero, how heavy are those?
25.
Nice. Is that what you use for the WOD?
Yeah, I had to.
I was wondering how you were keeping up with Sandra. There's nothing wrong with women's RX, guys.
But I dropped the 25 on the hardwood and it made a huge noise.
All right, guys, we're 40 seconds in. You should be finishing up this one. We're halfway. We've got the next one we're going to is the front raise again. Really keep those shoulders peeled back. I want to avoid any moving of the body other than your arms. If you need to bring down the reps, you shouldn't be really grinding these out. This should feel really, really strong. They shouldn't feel like a super grind. And smile for Sandra's selfie, guys, as we're doing this. Good. Try and stop the weight from going all the way into your hips. Try and keep it just off of your body on the when you come down, and keep tension the whole time. Good. We should have one more of each one, guys. We got about 10 seconds rest, and then we're finishing this one up. For you guys, most of you guys here are going in 2, 1, and go. Save the questions for afterwards. Again, this is the last one here. Keep your chest nice and upright. We're not grinding out reps here. We're moving for quality through this. Keep that chest forward and up. This should not be a upright bench press. You should be doing a complete shoulder press straight up the whole time. Good. We're about 40 seconds in. We got 20 seconds of rest, and then we're going into that last minute. You out, Sandra? See ya. All right, last one, guys. Good. Keep that form really solid. Just about there. Keep that core tight. Squeeze your butt. Squeeze your abs. A few more reps to go. All right. Should be finishing up here. I'm going to turn the clock off, but you guys have as much time as you need to finish this up. But you should be done in the next few seconds.
You smell the onions?
Actually, we should. All right, guys, we are going to do a little bit of stretching. I'm just trying to figure out what the best position for my laptop is here for this. Sorry. But we're definitely going to stretch out the hamstrings. You guys can come off mute now if you want. Shoulders feeling pretty primed there?
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah. Dan, what kind of weight do you got there, man?
It's those power blocks.
Like the old school ones that you could change the weights on?
Yeah, up to 45 pounds.
That's sick, man. I haven't seen those in so long.
Yeah, they're like circa 2008, I think.
Oh, yeah? Just bought them in a garage sale and they look like a brilliant investment now?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I'm going to sit back a little bit here. We're going to stretch the hamstring, so I want you guys sitting down on your butt.
On your butt.
That's better. So you're going to tuck your right leg in, and then you're going to reach over your left arm, grab your left toes, stretch out those hamstrings. And we're going to hold this for quite a while. We did so much hamstring stuff today with 150 snatches. And then going through those Z press where you had to like keep that, so we want to get our hamstrings nice and stretched out. We'll be here for about another 40 seconds. You want to start out slow, then as you go through it, you want to make that stretch more. You don't want to start really, really strong at the beginning and then fade off after 20 seconds. You want to build that stretch as you go. Got another 20 seconds or so here, so if you got a little bit more, reach a little further, get a little bit deeper of a stretch. Last 10 seconds. Good. And then you're going to slowly come out of that one. Bring your chest back up, and then switch to the other side. Tuck your left leg, reach to your right leg with your right arm. And we're going to be here for about a minute. Are your guys' backs pretty lit up from that first one, or your hamstrings, or just like conditioning from the burpees?
Conditioning for the burpees for me.
What about you, Mike?
Same.
Yeah. Pierre, what do you feel?
I really felt my back light up on the delt raises, I guess from the obviously from the snatches.
Yeah. We're gonna be here for another 20 seconds, guys. We did some of those yesterday too, right? They were pretty similar in that 5 o'clock class.
Yeah.
Good, another 10 seconds, guys, and then slowly start to let yourself come out of it. Okay, you're gonna do 90, so you want both your legs at 90 degrees. So just like that. So your left leg's in front and then turn to a 90 degrees, your right leg's out to the side and then turn to a 90-degree angle. Has everybody done this one before? If you haven't, let me know. Good. And then you're gonna lean forward over your front leg. For most of you guys, is this the only class you're gonna do today? Or some of you guys like savages and jumping in on like the 5 o'clock or the 9 a.m. as well?
I'm gonna try.
Yeah?
For you?
Probably a for me.
I'm gonna go for it.
There was a mobility class with Alex. I did that one earlier.
Yeah, Alex's mobility classes are actually really good. I like getting to do them now online.
It's just hard when you're sitting all day.
Yeah, my back's so much more sore from sitting on the couch than it ever was from moving stuff in the gym. Okay, so we're gonna keep our legs in the same position. You're gonna sit up, and then you're gonna lean back onto your elbow and stretch that hip flexor. You're gonna squeeze, so if you're in the same position as me, your back leg is your right leg, you're gonna squeeze your right glute, push your hip forward, and get a really good stretch through the hip flexor. We're gonna be here for another 30 seconds or so. Rose, you do any other workouts yet or what?
No, I've just been running.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
Are you on a program or are you just kind of running for fun?
Just for fun.
All right, we're gonna switch sides, guys.
She just did 22 kilometers for fun.
An hour today?
And then lean over that front leg again. Rose, did you just immediately go out looking for the dog last night when Hillary posted her dog ran away?
I was going to, but she said just to post it on social media.
I was gonna, and then she has a private page.
She what?
Her page is private, so you can't even like repost her story.
Oh, I didn't know.
I
So I
had
wasn't
this-
add her as a friend.
No, I have her, but like cause it's private, I couldn't repost it on my own story.
Oh, okay. No, she found her.
Yeah. All right, you're gonna sit back up. We're gonna do the other hip flexor now. Really squeeze that glute, push your hip forward. Good, and you guys can relax. All right, so that wraps up our 55-minute, half an hour dumbbell class. But other than that, let me know or let anybody else know if you guys have any questions, anything you think we can do better. I know for me, this is the first time I've coached a class from the living room, so I'm still figuring out like where everything is, like what range I need to be, trying to figure out how far back the camera can be while you can still hear me but see my whole body. So we're still working this out, but it's awesome to see you guys still like getting out, getting after it. And like today was a great example of like how hard you can still go when you're still at home and stuff like that. Like that was a rough workout. I did yesterday's class online with Piero, and that was the sweatiest I've been in the last 2 weeks, and the most my shoulders have hurt in quite a while. So if you guys have any questions like that on workouts like this, let me know. And if you guys just are looking for like other random stuff, you could reach out to me. I do a lot of more like the competitive CrossFit side of stuff if you don't know me, and a lot of like gaming workouts, thinking big picture, thinking about how to plan it out. So if you have any questions for me, anything like that, or just any feedback, you could reach out to me or reach out to Steve or Chris. We're always happy to hear any questions or concerns or comments you guys have. Other than that, guys, great job, and just keep killing it. I'll see you around.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks so much, dude.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you.
Thanks, man.